What did Riot do now? Apparently some doggy dog stuff. I try my best, right? Like as a creator, I always try to be as positive about the state of a game as I can be. You would notice, like in all my videos, even though the titles come off as negative because that's just what sells in the League content sphere, I always try to be positive. I always try to be like, oh, that's an interesting design. Wow, that looks so fun. I'm so excited about this. But if this thing that I'm hearing is true, ooh-wee, I genuinely don't know if I can be excited. I have not read this article. I've had people DM it to me. Shorter Ace was the first person I saw post it. I had my roommates talk about it. And I know the gist of it, but I have not read it. So everything we're going to do right now is going to be relatively reactionary. I'm going to be giving my points on it. But if it's true, if everything I've heard is true, then very bad. Mega, very stupid, stinky bad. And that's just how everyone is going to feel about it, I think. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Riot has released an article today, just a few hours ago. I'm wrong. I'm dumb. They released this yesterday. I'm sorry. They posted about it today, or everyone's been posting about it today. Riot has released an article yesterday called The State of Competitive Spring 2022, where they kind of talk about what they want to do to save the competitive integrity of the game. Basically, Riot's trying to solve all of the issues that people have been talking about. I'm going to assume that they're talking about smurfing, duo boosting, boosters in general, etc., etc., etc. However, I saw all over Twitter, because people don't stop talking about it, that one of the things they're talking about is the removal of duo queue. The removal of duo queue. And that is something that is a hot decision. Hot. Let's just jump right into it. All right, let's go. Let's dive in. With 2022 seasons of both Ranked and Clash underway, we want to take some time to talk about the state of competitive play as we see it today. Goals. As with every season, we like to continually review our goals and evaluate how we're tracking towards them. Specifically for competitive play, we focus heavily on competitive integrity. Players have an even playing field on their competitive matches. This is already, what's the nicest way to put it? Kind of like a load of horse shit. It's kind of wrong. You know, it's not an even playing field. It's never been, but whatever. I digress. Players have an even playing field in their competitive matches. Yes, that's 100% the truth. It's not like a loser's queue exists or doesn't exist. You know, it's everyone's even. If you're gold, you'll go against golds. Yeah, okay. Anyways, progression opportunities. Players have meaningful goals to reach for. That one's interesting. I really wonder what the hell he's talking about there, because isn't the goal just to rank up? If we're talking about competitive integrity, I can imagine they're only talking about like solo, duo, ranked queues and all that stuff. But we'll see what they're talking about. Team or organized play. Players are aware of and can participate in opportunities to play with others of similar intent and skill. We evaluate these goals by reviewing player sentiment and other metrics such as match availability, time to queue, quality, are matches competitive and fair, and whether or not matches are compelling to participate in. Solo and duo queue is all about creating a competitive environment to prove your mastery of League at the individual level, while Clash is to test your mettle as a team. Both experiences have their strengths and weaknesses, but are generally going in the direction we've been targeting. Let's dig in. I already don't like this because it kind of feels like I'm being led by the nose of like, hey, just so you know, solo is solo. Solo is individual. That's why duo queue is dog shit. They even went as far as to bolden it, right? Like it's in bold. It is the individual level. Solo is individual. It has never only been solo queue. It's always been solo duo. It's like they're erasing it just to be like, yeah, you guys know solo queue, right? It's only solo. It's like they're kind of leading us by the nose to be like, this is just how that's supposed to be. And then right here, this is something that I know that they're going to bring up in a bit. We evaluate these goals by reviewing player sentiment and other metrics, such as match availability, time to queue, right? Time to queue is something that they're going to bring up in a bit. Right now, just from like a me perspective, this is just not warranted. We all know that queue times are getting longer. We all see that queue times are getting longer. There are 3-minute queues in fucking Gold 3 right now, which is where I'm placed. I don't really play a lot of ranked, but there are 3-minute queues in Gold 3 and people dodge more often than they don't. So sometimes it takes me 10 minutes to get into a fucking ranked game. And that should not be happening in the most populated elo, but I digress. Who plays ranked in season 12? Everyone. And they're making sure of it. And by the way, these 3-minute queues I'm talking about, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm bullshitting. Let's check. I'm going to open up League of Legends real quick and I'm going to see how long queue time is. The one thing that I will say to give Riot the benefit of the doubt is a lot of us are NA, and NA is like the worst region for League of Legends. Like I've heard from Rioters, I've heard from behind the scenes. You see it in the numbers. You see it in our performance on the world stage. NA is just bad for Riot. It's like we don't care about it. We don't care about it. We don't play it as much. We're way too big for how many players we have, which is why we'll never get an NA East and NA West server, like EU West and EU East, right? Let's take a look-see. I'm just gonna go into ranked solo duo, and can you get the fuck out of here? All right, I'm gonna go into ranked solo duo. I'm gonna queue as jungle and mid, find match. Queue time is 128. Jungle is the most available role, so let's queue as mid and top, find match. Queue time is 118. What the fuck? Okay, maybe queue times aren't that bad. I guess queue times are great right now. I don't know, maybe. That's a damn lie, yeah, but I don't want to sit here and get into a game just to prove whether or not it's a lie. It's estimated, yeah, I know, and people dodge a lot. People dodge a lot. Okay, so right here, again, they're leading us by the nose, whatever. It's individual. Solo is individual. It's individual or duo. It's always been. What's happening now? We have some clear issues with our overall matchmaking and queue health that we want to address early in the season. These include the following updates. Revival MMR. We found that our current systems aren't as accurate as we'd hoped in maintaining the expected MMR of players that have taken a break from the game, be it a few weeks or a year plus. As such, we're implementing a more dynamic approach to revival MMR and MMR decay across all queues that should provide these players with fairer matches in their first 5 to 10 games back as they rediscover their memory and game knowledge. Wait, so can't you just not play, come back, play 10 games, have an easy ass time in 10 games, leave, come back, play 10 games, have an easy ass time in 10 games, leave? Can't you just do that? Obviously, I'm just assuming. I don't think Riot would just implement something that silly, but that would be fucking hilarious if that's how that worked. All right, boosting evaluation. We addressed some boosting issues late last year, but we're still not happy with the current state of the game here. Looking at ranked flex queue in particular, we saw issues with low MMR and high MMR combined pre-mades that abused MMR discrepancy and account sharing to rapidly boost accounts to where they didn't belong. We addressed this in the short term by restricting the top tier players to only playing with other accounts at similar ranks. We acknowledge there's a lot more we should do here, and we plan on working directly with our anti-cheat team to identify solutions that will help improve the integrity of ranked flex queue. So just ranked flex, people boosting each other because some people are just way higher elo, etc. It's crazy because like even when you read this one, boosting evaluation, you know what we did is we saw which accounts were high elo. We saw which accounts were high elo, and we noticed they were boosting low elo accounts. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna work with our anti-cheat team to make sure that that doesn't work. Don't forget that you could spend $5 for a level 30 account, everybody. You could go spend $5 right now. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go look. Let's go take a look. NA level 30 account. Buy. Start smurfing instantly, says this website. Unranked account. What if I just buy a ranked account? Why don't I just buy a challenger account? Oh, I was wrong. I'm sorry. Right. My bad, guys. I don't ever mean to spread misinformation. That was completely on me. I didn't mean to do that. What I meant was a NA level 30 account with 41,000 blue essence actually costs you $7.97. My bad, guys. I didn't mean to lie to you like that. It actually does not cost you $5. It costs you $7.97. I will be making an apology video for the misinformation. I'm sorry. I really am. I'll think about my actions. Fucking inflation. I can't afford that. Me neither. $7.97? Bro, what is that? Two and a half McChickens? Can't do that. Let me just quickly say that I love Riot games, okay? I do. They're amazing. League is a great game and all that stuff. But Smurf queue and Smurf accounts are in fact so bad. And what if I just had a stream one day where I just did a Smurf account giveaway and I just gave away 100 Smurf accounts? Like how fucking funny would that be? Well, how would they even approach that? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But how would they even approach fastest lost partnership in the West? I'm not gonna do it. I'm just joking, obviously. I love Riot, man. I have a lot of fun at their expense. Everyone does. But anyways, so this boosting evaluation, we need to, when the account, when they have high MMR, they're boosting people. So we're going to make sure that the high MMR accounts don't boost the low MMR accounts. And we're also going to make sure that the high MMR players don't have $8. We have a Riot secret team, okay? We have a Riot combat team, and they are hackers. We have recruited Anonymous to join the Riot team. And whenever we see an account has high MMR, we're going to hack into their bank accounts and make sure that their balance always stays under $7.97. We got the Riot Strike Squad, okay? That's how we're going to stop smurfing.
FBI, open up!
That's what we're going to do. If you're a high MMR player, you can't have more than $8. That's the Riot way. That is the 8. You're welcome, Riot Games. I've solved your problem for you. Challenges launch. We're getting close to the launch of challenges. It's been a complex project with its own unique challenges. Pun definitely intended. But we are happy with how expansive we've been able to make it and are excited to roll it out to players globally. We currently are planning for challenges to go live in patch 12.9. What patch are we on right now? What are we at? 12.5. Damn, that's way out there, bruh. Hey, League is not dying, but the direction you're going, 12.9, is looking a little grim. It's looking a little scary, I'll be honest. Ranked, all right, let's see. That said, the launches of challenges is just the beginning. We plan to continue to invest in leveling up challenges so it lives up to our vision as a robust progression experience for all League players. I'm obviously having fun here, but it's like, I like the challenges system. I hope that it does give normal players incentives to do more shit, right? Because it's like right now, if you don't play ranked, you're not really working towards anything. I guess except for unlocking champions, but a lot of people have been playing League for a long time, so a lot of people have all the champions. We all have blue essence stored out of the ass. I got 10,000 blue essence right now. And I'm a norms player, okay? I'll say it. I'm a fucking norms player. I got 10,000 blue essence right now. And these are all my champion shards. And I've just been too lazy to disenchant them for blue essence. Because what the fuck does it matter? Like, what does it matter? Look at that. There is nothing. There is nothing to do. There is nothing to work. Also, mass disenchant when? Oh, that's another big one, Mercury. You're right. The reason why I haven't done it is because it's a job. This is a fucking 9 to 5 sitting here and clicking disenchant. No, thank you. I don't got the time for that. Anyways, ranked Q health and the pre-made problem. From a high-level viewpoint, solo duo Q is currently one of the healthiest states we've ever seen. Autofill is at its lowest ever global rate, hovering between 0.5 and 3% of player games. Let's take a look. 0.5 and 3%. It most likely, because it's such a low percentage chance. So I just want to check. Hey, I got mid. That's actually sick. That actually makes me happy. All right. I have been having a problem getting mid. So that's sick. We got mid. Riot listens and they'll give you. That's not what's going on. It would have been funny. It would have been a good gag if I got jungle. That was the lowest global rate ever from 0.5 to 3% of player games. Queue times are at a 2-year low in many large regions. Not all, and hovering firm in our small regions. Lastly, MMR accuracy is strong, where 99% of players are playing with those within a maximum of 2 divisions at their rank, with a steady win prediction accuracy to back it up. That said, we do see issues with solo duo queue that consistently point to our accommodation of pre-made duos. This directly adds quality and population volatility in the matchmaking mix. It causes games with duos of imbalanced MMR to impact our autofill secondary roll rates, queue times, and most importantly, game quality metrics, upwards of 10% win rate spread in both directions. On the flip side, we've started to see a significant decline in the health of ranked flex, where queue times and match quality have diverged significantly. The ironic thing here is that the total population in ranked flex remains healthy, but the pre-made distribution and makeup of that population has shifted to a point where it's difficult to make matches at a quality bar we'd like. This isn't Riot's fault, but it's because there has never, and I mean never, except for that one season that everyone fucking hated, been an incentive to not play solo duo. Ever. There has never been an incentive. Why on earth would you play ranked flex? To play with a 5? Go play norms. What the fuck are you playing ranked flex for? There is no incentive for it. And very quick, I'm not saying that this is like the truth for everyone, but it's like, if you go on Twitch, is Tyler1 playing ranked flex? Is Double Lift on ranked flex right now? Fucking, is the Baus FFs climbing the ranked flex ladder? There's no incentive. There's never going to be an incentive for it. Unless they completely remove solo, right? Why would people choose that? Everyone wants to be good at the game, and what has been defined as being good at the game is solo duo. Nobody has ever gone, yo, this guy, Billy Joe, he is ranked top 600 in flex queue right now. That's like saying, hey, this guy can poop faster than anyone else in the room. It's impressive, but is it something worth bragging about? You know what I mean? The root cause of this is the high number of 3-person parties that want to play together, with not enough 1s and 2s to fill these out. To fill them out, as these solo duo players can just opt to play a different game mode. Yes, a different game mode that everyone values. This has been the game mode that everyone has valued since season 1. This is literally, solo duo was the game mode that everyone cared about. No shit. Like, people are going to choose that. This can cause those matchmaking envelopes to expand to a point where queue times and quality expectations just cannot reconcile. I know it's just a case for me, but one time I tried to play flex queue with 2 friends, and I think we sat in queue for 10 minutes and we just gave up on playing flex queue. So I agree with that. And again, I'm roasting it because it's funny, but it's like flex queue is a cool mode. I like flex queue. I wish flex queue mattered more, but it's not going to unless Riot forces it to, right? Additionally, the difficulties making quality matches for our most popular pre-made size amplify the impact of disruptive actors in the queue, like boosters who queue as duos with their boost E and account sellers who queue as solo, such that the queue itself overall becomes unhealthy, especially at the top level. To put it simply, our inability to match pre-mades in a compatible way is a detriment to the system that doesn't have a path to get back to being healthy without significant change. In the past, when we saw this, we attempted to resolve these issues by merging both queues together dynamically, and that's the season that everyone hated. Well, not everyone. A lot of people liked it. With learnings from Dynamic Queue, which we won't be revisiting, and a deeper understanding of player intent, we know that's not going to work. So what do? What we're investigating. Solo-only mode. In order to match players' intent and provide the healthiest competitive individual queue possible, we're reevaluating our take on solo duo and exploring a world where solo players play in solo queue and pre-mades play in ranked flex or organized fives modes. That is the thing that everyone's pissed off about. They want solo queue to be solo queue. Problem with that is that solo and duo queue have been hand in hand forever. Literally, since its inception, it has been solo duo. A lot of people love to duo. They get off of work and they have a duo partner and they just duo together. Not to mention, there are a lot of Discord kittens and that's what they do, right? That is not anything. Like me, I'll be a fucking Discord kitten sometimes. If my ADC homie needs a Yumi, I'm right there. I'll be his Discord kitten. But it's like solo duo is such an integral part of League of Legends. It is. Yeah, duoing like me and Reb, sometimes when we're really bored and it's like a Friday night and we decided we don't want to go out, we drink and we play solo duo and we like bot lane together, or we go jungle mid, or she goes jungle and I go top, and we just kind of like mess around. Solo duo is such a big part. Now, the thing is, what they're trying to do is they're trying to push the solo duo players to go into flex queue, right? As they said, they want flex queue to stop being as shitty as it is, because there's mostly 3-man teams on flex queue and there's no 1 or 2-man teams, so they're trying to balance that out by making solo only mode. But the problem is that nobody gives a shit about flex queue. They just don't give a shit. And I don't like that, but that's just the way the world is. This is how the game has been structured forever. Nobody cares about flex queue. And forcing people to care about flex queue by removing duo is going to make everyone a little bit more upset than it is going to make flex queue players happy. On top of that, you know, flex queue players are a pretty big minority. You know, they're a pretty big minority. I'm okay with solo only mode. Do you always play by yourself? I've seen multiple people go, I'm all right with solo only, but are duo queue players all right with no duo? That's the question. Hey, this doesn't affect me, so do it. I don't care, dude. Hey, I only play by myself. Leave it solo only. It's not about you, right? No, this is for the duo queue players. A lot of people only duo. Me, most of my ranked games, I duo with my friends. Just like, we're bored at night, we got nothing to do. Fuck it, let's try this out. You're good at Samira, I'm gonna practice Blitzcrank. That's what I do. It doesn't matter if the solo players are all right with solo only, because they're solo players. Hey, this isn't gonna affect you, then what's the point of, you know, like, it's not about you. Support in ADC solo is tough though. It's awful. It's very awful. It's very awful. On paper, the system health and quality indicators look really good. For example, in solo-only queue, we would expect an even further decrease in autofills and secondary rates. Queue times could decrease by up to 5%. Win rate advantages due to team disparities will vanish completely. Win rate advantages due to team disparity will vanish completely. So that just completely dismisses the games that you're supposed to lose, which we know exist. Everyone knows they exist. Everyone knows they exist. Everyone knows that you're supposed to be at a 50% win rate, so Riot will occasionally just fucking shaft you. And you're saying once you get rid of duo queue, you're not going to ever be in games that you're supposed to lose. They will vanish completely. You will never be in a loser's queue game again. They're going to vanish completely. They're going to be completely gone. Hey, forget that your win rate's supposed to be at 50%, and also forget that Smurf accounts only cost $7. That's all gonna be gone once we remove. I feel like I'm watching a presidential address. You know when like the president just talks at you and he's saying the same thing over and over, and a bunch of these people are like cheering behind him, but obviously like all of the shit that they're saying just isn't real, or they're just like lying to you. Like, I feel like I'm getting marketed to. I'm just getting it's gonna be gone. You're never gonna lose again. If you're good, that's it. You win. We just need to get rid of solo queue. That's all we gotta do. Once we get rid of it, once we get rid of solo queue, there's not going to be any more losers queue. That's it. You win. It's kind of, it feels insulting. Like, it feels insulting. And it's like, again, I back Riot up on everything. I mean it. Like, I do. I try to back them up on everything. But this is a load of horseshit. This is a load of horseshit. Come the fuck on. Come on. It's gonna be gone. There is never gonna be one game where your team's disparity is real. It's gonna be normal now. Even in bronze, they're not saying in any... So yes, bronze, iron, silver, even in bronze. Yeah, sure, like, I could buy a Smurf account, get it into bronze, and just shit on people all day. You know, with this, that will never happen. All they gotta do is remove duo, and I'll never be able to get in bronze. Boosting would be a... Boosting will be eradicated. They're going to remove solo queue, and they're going to remove duo queue, and boosting will be eradicated. There's no way people can boost without duo queue. Here's an excerpt from a video. Check this out. You guys are about to be shocked. Let's take a look here. Let's look at these KDs. 1402, 3539, 108, 3829, 1834, right? 0726. And then he figured out the secret sauce. He figured out the secret sauce. You know what the secret sauce is? What you gotta do is you gotta flash your summoner. You gotta swap it over here. You gotta swap your flash over here, right? And then you gotta play champions that you quite literally have never played before and go godlike every game. That boosting will be eradicated. Boosting will be eradicated. With duo queue removed, nobody will be able to log into your account and boost you. Boosting will be gone. It will be gone. There's no way people can boost. None. There is no way. Good job, Riot Games. That's what you got to do. If you remove duo queue, Riot Games, boosting would be eradicated. It sure will, Riot Games. Thank you. Hallelujah. Can I get an amen, chat? Chat, can I get an amen? We're gonna get rid of boosting. We're gonna get rid of it. That's what they want you to think. That's what the duo left want you to think. The duo left, they want you to believe that this is important for our country. But it is not. The second we remove boosting, everyone will be a millionaire. Can I get an amen? I'm gonna blow my voice out before the fucking stream's even over. Come on! Alright, we would select between team and within team MMR for 99% of players to be within one division ranked of each other's during peak hours. In addition, we would likely see the following for our ranked flex queue. An increase in queue population, drastic improvements to match quality, significant decrease in queue times for third parties, increase in overall match quality and competitiveness, increase in opportunity for group and organized play.
But what about boosting?
So what you're telling me is that one of the biggest problems in League of Legends, they're going to ranked flex queue. Yeah, now I want to play it even more. Thanks, Riot Games. Oh, that's where the problem's going. This illness that has been polluting and destroying your game is now going over there? I'll stay in this room then. My ass is running right over to Howling Abyss. I'll see you guys from the bridge, all right? I'll stand on the edge of Howling Abyss. I'll look over at the rift and I'll see you guys rage quitting and leaving the game. It's like, dude, right here, boosting's gonna be eradicated. Everything's gonna be so much better in solo queue and in duo queue. The games they're gonna be good too. They're also gonna be good. All of these problems, they're basically saying Yo, all of these things that just suck a load of balls, we're throwing it over here. And what's happening over here? Those games are going to be good too. Don't worry. Those, hey, trust us. Source, dude, trust me. Trust me, bro. Those problems, it doesn't matter because the game's going to be better. I feel like everyone knows at least one person who has played on someone else's account that is way lower elo than them just because they wanted to beat people up. A huge reason, I forgot who it was. Someone in my chat said this, but a huge reason why Smurfs even exist and why they destroy a lot of regions, right? Is because someone like me, let's say someone like me, I don't think I've ever been hard stuck because I've never really given a shit about ranking up. I've never been to diamond, right? I got to like plat 2 or some shit, but it's like I've never been hard stuck. But if I were hard stuck gold 2, I could never get past gold 2. I lose in gold 2 no matter what happens. That is just my wall, right? And I start getting a fragile ego from it. I'm not hard stuck gold 2. Fuck this. I'm actually good at this game. I could spend $7. I can go into a bronze 4 game and I could just shit on people who have 40 CS in 15 minutes because it brings my ego back. I actually have friends, I shit you not, and this is so mean. I actually have friends who, when they lose on their main account, like diamond, high plat, too many times, they go into bronze games. They have extra accounts in bronze to get their confidence back, and then they go back into diamond, you know? Like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's a real thing. It's like you lose. You start thinking, man, am I bad at this game? All right, well, I'm gonna go into bronze. Oh, no, I'm not bad. I'm good at this game. I just had a couple bad games. And that's a real thing. And it's a lot of people, by the way. Like, a lot of people do that shit. I'm speaking of diamonds. There are golds that do that shit. There are silvers that smurf in iron type beat. You know what I mean? All that said, we absolutely want to be confident that our dual population, which is fairly significant in size, can still find a competitive environment before making any large changes to the current systems. This means reinvesting in ranked flex queue integrity with our anti-cheat team and finding a natural way for solo play to connect with ranked flex and clash. We're approaching this topic seriously and with care. We'll provide an update further on in the year on if it's an area we can realistically move forward with. I promise you, don't do that. Don't do that, Riot Games. Riot Games, do not do that. Don't do that. And it's because what gets me is, on paper, this is correct. I don't play Valorant, right? But in Valorant, you can queue from 1 to 5, right? And that's the queue. Ranked queue is 1 to 5. Or is there solos in Valorant? I don't play Valorant. How does Valorant work? 1 to 5? You could just queue 1 to 5, and that's ranked. It's like Valorant started like that. So nobody's complaining. Nobody's like, I want Valorant duo queue. I want Valorant solo queue. Valorant, 4 stacks are disabled. Okay, no 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 5. So Valorant started with this dynamic queue. And that's why it's like, nobody gives a shit. That's amazing. If League of Legends started with that would be amazing. People would have loved it, but it didn't. And now what they're trying to do is they're trying to dig themselves out of this hole that they created themselves. Unfortunately, they fucking can't. It also doesn't help that in Valorant, there's voice chat. In League of Legends, there isn't. So playing with a 3-man or playing flex queue by yourself with 5 people in a pre-made but not having voice readily available or something, it's not going to be the same as Valorant. So it's a big difference, but still, you get what I'm saying. Reevaluating our queue portfolio, we believe a healthy competitive system is more than just ranked modes. It also includes other game modes like normals and ARAM. This means that in order to keep the game healthy, it's also important to continually revisit your other game modes on a regular basis. We get to ask ourselves, what do changes that make our non-ranked queues as healthy as possible look like? Opportunities like, what does blind pick look like if we guarantee you can get the champion you want and not have to fight for it in champ select? What? Hold on. Does that mean they're just gonna do the thing where everyone can choose the same champion? What are they talking about here? I don't really get, what does blind pick look like if we can guarantee you get the champion you want? Because you're not gonna be able to just queue as a champion. Yeah, team builder is something that they tried, right? Like, they're not just, I don't think they're gonna bring team builder back, right? I don't think they're gonna bring team builder back. I think that's theoretical. Yeah, but if that's something they're thinking about, it's because they're thinking about how to do it, right? It is theoretical, but it's for a reason. The thought isn't just like, oh, a passing glance. Oh, no, they're trying to figure out how to do it. So it's like, what would they do? That's a good question. How do the compelling and strategic aspects of Clash expand to something that's readily available and accessible for all players, yet still engaging for those that like to play with a pre-made 5s team? How can we better connect esports with the general public's play aspirations? How can efforts like Champions Queue be integrated into the core game and for a larger player base in the future? I would love for anything to make my ping below fucking 80. I would love it, because I live in the west coast of the United States, and that means that my ping is 1 fucking bajillion because the servers are on the other side of the United States. Further expanding progressions. With the launch of challenges coming soon, we're hoping to take stock of the health of our overall progression systems. If we find that play patterns for players include more variety for the majority of players, we could start to focus more on perfecting exciting new features for specific subsets of players that create a stronger and more unified set of game systems in the long term. What you might expect to see are progression options that span into rotating game modes, exciting annual events, and potentially even other core games like Teamfight Tactics. I like this idea because, again, there's nothing for norms players and there's nothing for non-ranked players right now. There's literally, like, when I say nothing, I mean nothing. There is nothing. And I like the idea of them coming up with like challenges and stuff. But the way that they have done it has been very, very, very bad, which is a great segue to one of the worst things I've ever read in my life that my roommate showed me this morning. I didn't even know this exchange happened, but I'm going to show you guys because it's going to blow you the fuck away. You guys ready to gag? I don't know if you guys saw this, but TLDR, a Riot design lead and event skin, design lead on the events, skins, and Eternals team for League of Legends, previously Summoner's Rift team, making preseasons, right? He said, seeing confusion around the token earn rate in our future events, with some saying it's a nerf. It's not. It's identical. I did the math on the sheet for you if you'd like. Open the sheet and check for yourself. And he basically shows how much tokens you get, etc., and he compares them, right? He compares the token bank to unlock stuff, right? And then, you guys ready? Because this is the part that's gonna make you fucking dry heave, okay? And I mean dry heave. Oh man, this tweet was almost it for me. I'll be honest with you. Someone said, so according to your calculations, to grind only the borders, chromas, and prestige would take us roughly 23 days playing 10 hours each. To which the Rioter responded, you get 200 tokens immediately when you buy the pass, but aside from that, probably yes. So you're basically saying that we have to play 23 days of 10 hours in the span of a pass. That's 230 hours, and there's 744 hours total in a month. You're essentially telling us we have to spend about 30% of the time in a month playing. I'm not saying you have to do anything. I'm providing data. Who on earth is suggesting you have to play 10 hours a day? They incentivize you to spend 30% of your month on League of Legends to unlock everything. And when they said, hey, is this what you're telling us we have to do to unlock everything? He basically goes, you don't gotta unlock everything, idiot. Who said that? Here's some shiny keys and a golden filet mignon. You're hungry, aren't you? You're hungry? Do you want this treat? Well, you don't need it. You don't need it. We're advertising it to you, and it might be something that's enticing to your eyes, but who the fuck is saying you need this? You don't. You don't need it. Like, if their new incentives are as bad as this, I try my best, right? I do. I try my best to be very positive when it comes to like the path that Riot Games takes. And in most aspects, they've been crushing it. Valorant is amazing. Arcane is amazing. People seem to really love TFT. Ruined King game was really fun, etc., etc. But this is dog shit. It's very bad. It's very bad. And thankfully, it's like, I think there is enough disdain around this idea. And I'm not trying to rally anyone. Make your own opinion. If you think that this is good for the game, then, you know, say it's good for the game. I'm not like, tell me in the comment section of the video if you think it's good for the game, right? Like, because I'm not trying to rally anyone. I just think that personally, in my own instance, like, this is a very, very, very bad stance. Riot has already said solo queue is what matters. They were too late to jump on the punch like Valorant did with dynamic queue, and now nobody's going to care about not solo queue. And if you take away just solo queue and make everything dynamic, people are going to be fucking pissed. Nobody's going to enjoy that shit. On top of that, if you want a duo, just go over to ranked flex, right? There's a significant difference between duo queuing in solo duo, where everyone else is either solo or duo queuing so that you could be the band-aid for a shitty queue with 3 other people. If you think people are toxic in solo duo, imagine if these 3 people don't want to participate in a game with these 2 people. Like, it's going to lead to negative experiences for a lot of fucking people. You know what I mean? I'm all for, and I've always been, I'm all for ranked flex being more important, but it just doesn't feel like this is the way. And I'll ask chat right now, you know, like, do you guys give a shit about duo queue being removed? Some people don't care. Some people are just like solo players, and that's fine. But a lot of people play fucking duo queue. Like, a lot. A lot of people play duo queue. And that's just it. It's like, you know, I'm not a ranked guy. Yeah, you know, for some people it doesn't fucking matter. I don't care about ranked in general. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you know, it's like, it's different for everyone. And if you're only a solo player, at the end of the day, it's just silly. I don't, and I'm going to say this for the first time in God knows how long, but I don't like the direction that League of Legends is going right now. And that's it. I don't fucking say that ever. I don't say that ever. And thankfully, just like when they wanted to remove all chat, you know what I mean? Like, it's still, people can still talk about it. People can still tell Riot they don't agree with it, and then Riot will step away from it. But yeah.